I say, do you have any jam-filled donuts?
For you and for this, any day. Let me go check if I have any already made. Otherwise, I can just send you a bag.
I thought I recognized her.
Oh, she's the baker from the one that goes all those magical cakes, that wild magic cakes.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome on in and happy Wednesday. Up. Everyone has had a great day so far. My cat is currently going wild in the hallway. I'm not sure if you can actually hear him. He is very upset about not having been fed like 2 hours ago. And thank you so much for the resub.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that. And yes, so I have a hair right here that is very annoying. Oh well. So yeah, the music you're listening to right now is by Adrian von Ziegler. The music and sound effects during the game will be by Sirenscape. The starting soon screen, the overlay, and the map you're looking at right now was made by me in Incarnate. This is a level 12 homebrew campaign. So we're talking high level shenanigans about to happen. And yeah, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. And let's start with Cass. Who are you? Who are you playing? And there's something. Where can we find you anywhere outside D&D on the internet?
Hello, my name is Jason. I'm playing casually in the rogue gunfighter. And I am not comfortable sharing my socials.
That is completely fine. Not.
So, yeah, you won't find me anywhere else. I don't exist. What? I mean, I do.
Are you a figment of our imagination?
That's quite possible. Either that or you're a figment of my imaginations.
A shared hallucination. Let's go with that one.
Yes.
Clint, who are you? Who are you playing? And where can we find you?
Well, hello there. I am Vitskugga, and I'm playing Clint, Quickfinger Pharaoh, the Warlock, Cleric, Fighter, Sorcerer. I think that's it.
All of you.
Yes.
Coin collector and bird watching enthusiast.
Yes.
Has his own channel.
Yes.
And
Go check it
yes, I do have my own channel, Vitskugga, on Twitch,
That's what.
where I stream D&D and games, and other shenanigans, where some of these people, or technically all of these people, are in some of my streams.
I think Jason is in everyone.
And no, Clint did not multiclass into everything, just everything that he needs.
And now I hope I got it right. Yay, it works. I still have not figured out how to get the bits working, the bit sound alerts, but the channel point ones do work.
I'll save 1,000 for the end.
Yes.
Since Lillith's not here.
Yes, unfortunately, we are missing 2 players today, which is why we're playing White Ship. And I think I got it right with Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Who are you playing? And can we find you anywhere?
My name is Lupozo, playing Vincent, or aka Viper, as he's known. He is a monster slayer ranger, and he's quite gruff and surly in character. And you can find me in the dark recesses of London. Yeah,
I
that's
just
it.
realized. The towel landed on the cat. And hi, I am Ardana or Joe or Oi, you there if my regular players have any say in it, specifically Lillith. I am the GM and channel runner around these parts. And, well, Vitz would say the god of everything, but I am not in control of anything on this channel. That's not how GMing works.
I never said I had control.
Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, dinner. Nice. I just had the dinner. It was amazing. And yes, I also forgot something because Lilith isn't here to do it. If you type in !perks in the chat, you can see what you can do for your channel points to help or hinder the party. A secret menu item has been redeemed for this campaign. The characters just haven't made it to that point yet where it is. So, if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, Cat is obviously upset. Let's get started. Where did my notes go? There we are. The normally cheerful city is quiet. Only the occasional barking of a dog is heard in response to the howling of the Kushi. Doors that are normally open and inviting are closed and bolted shut. No birds sing in the trees, no insects buzz, no music dance through the streets. 3 of you find yourselves standing at the courtyard in front of the grand keep of Magh Meall, face to face with the Grand Marshal, or man-at-arms, of the keep. The Lord of this domain, Umaril, has been taken inside the keep into his private rooms, which are now locked, awaiting medical attention. Well, not the doors, but the Lord of the keep. You see... Well, I haven't put him on the map because that will crash the VTT, but you see people bustling to and from the 2 different buildings across from you. Right where you're standing is the large round keep, and you can just about see the sails of Umaril's airship, the Dancer, from where you're standing. To the northeast is the counting house, and to the southwest is a guest house. And to the northwest is a small stables of sorts, housing several of Umaril's guests' steeds. Military personnel is walking back and forth, doing various chores, and the man-at-arms, Michan, has just finished barking out orders and trying to find the last of the Fey hounds terrorizing the city and bringing them in one way or another. Now, Jason or Vitz, anyone want to give a recap of what happened? what happened last time, and I will see if I can reload the map for you guys.
Well, during last session, the party was at a party, or a feast, or a festival, or just a very nice dinner, depending on who you're asking. Where we all were grabbing some food and drinks, mingling with the people, except both Cass and Clint both were incredibly bored and decided to bother Umaril by walking over to him and sit on each side of Umaril, deciding to get entertainment from his company, which he gladly welcomed in. Eventually, the others gathered up too, and there became a wrestling game between Casaline and what's his name? Uh, Fenian, the vampire, or thereabouts. I don't really know. But they were sort of wrestling on top of a seat on who would be sitting closer. Casaline allowing Fenian to sit in his knee, in her knee, lap thing. Yes, English. And Kashmir was sharing rolling eyes with Umaril at this commotion. But they both seem to be enjoying it. Probably Umaril more than Kashmir. And it was fairly calm, fairly peaceful, until both Kashmir and Clint, I believe, started noticing things being slightly off. And because of that, we started getting ready for something to come. Well, some of us still were fooling around, if you will. But eventually, they also noticed the commotion as something was coming up towards this place, and it soon showed itself to be a very large carriage, driven by a headless man, and accompanied by some fey dogs, fey hounds, fey something, and something was off with those as well, and they seemed very hostile. And Clint, as part of being head of security, decided to take action before action is needed, and decided to shoot with his fingers, Eldritch blasting them. And combat ensued. We fought and managed to survive, although I believe some of us got fairly close to going down. But something this headless man was doing to Umaril was weird, as he prevented him from using magic and sort of drained him and stole his magic, almost, kind of. And Umaril decided to try and escape with the help of Clint, sort of collapsed, weakened by this. And the headless man decided to run away because he had all the things he needed. Meanwhile, Fenian was inside the said carriage. But realizing that we were not going along the carriage, he decided to jump out. And did he succeed?
Yeah, he got out of the carriage.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, he got out, and then this place started to slowly collapse, I guess. And that's where we ended the session.
Yes. And with that, a nice recap. You can add a point of inspiration if you don't already have it.
Woohoo! Did we get a long rest, by the way?
No.
Cool.
You've barely... Well, you've had a short rest. Because you've... But that's only if you decided to sit back and chill while the people around you are running around trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
He would not rest. He would be working hard to try and organize things and keep people in check.
Yep. Let me see if we add a... Can you see the map now, Lupo? Okay, awesome. So Clint, you would be very familiar with Michan, as he's... I think the proper term is the marshal. He is the head of the military part of this whole region. And you technically fall under his command, but not really. Being head of security is a branch of it, but you're basically same rank.
You probably have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, also, you also know that Mikan is a very old wood elf. You can tell by the gray lines in his ginger hair, and the fact that he actually shows like wrinkles in his face. Normally, elves don't start showing signs of aging until they are very old.
Yeah, I think it's basically the last 100 years or something.
Yeah. So you
And
would
his name is Mikael?
Michan. Michan.
Okay.
Let me type that out for you.
Sorry. Michan, yeah.
Yes. So you would probably guess that he is roughly around 600 years old.
Yep.
And well, by the way, he moves. Not even a smidgen of a sign of it. And he turns to the three of you and I am glad that you had the time with all this commotion to find me here. I'm
glad you had an excuse to come here and describe why you guys managed to let the headless carriage get all this way.
That is why I need your help.
Oh.
None
Go on, then.
None of the people I've asked have a good reason as to why someone got this far into the realm and into the city to threaten even Lord Umaril.
Threaten is an understatement. Seeing as the situation we're in, I feel like threaten is the least issue. They did injure him and drained him of his magic. I don't see how threatening is the appropriate term in this manner of situation. Michan?
As we don't yet know the extent to the damage dealt, threat is a term I prefer to use than absolute abject chaos, destruction, and cause for panic.
Well, I would say panic would be quite appropriate in this situation, but I do agree with your intentions that the panic should be reserved to us more capable of dealing with this so we can prevent people from doing crazy things.
Once again, I find myself in a situation where I have to agree with you, despite my wishes.
As always.
But bickering will not solve this problem.
It's not bickering, it's just playing around a bit.
Sorry, my character, he would have not been present for this. What happened in the last session, like the confrontation. He's just turning up now. Is that correct? Or did he see what happened?
That is up to you. If your character was in, so the city is in 2 levels. You have one that is up in the canopies of gigantic hawthorn trees, and then you have the lower city, which is where basically everyone who is not royalty or nobility lives.
Okay, well that's fine. I would have then in that case not been present, and I've only just sort of turned up now because I
Yes.
heard that they needed our help.
Yep.
Okay.
As yeah, and he would turn to Viper and say, being a hunter, I'm glad that you could make it.
Well, yeah, sorry I missed the party, but I was having a party of my own. You know what I mean?
I've heard the rumors, not yet had the pleasure of seeing the results.
Yeah, well, I think the result was good. She seemed happy, but yeah, sorry I missed all the fun. So looks like we got a bit of a hunting expedition to go on.
Yes.
I look, and I presume I know these guys as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I looked to Clint and Casaline and say, well, looks like another adventure for us.
Looks that way. But
What would this
I don't
city
mind
do without
having
us?
something to do. Probably crashing and burning. Or both.
Well, okay. So what do we have to go on? You said there's a guy, headless guy, came in.
That would be the gist of it. Yep. Headless man on a carriage with rabid, weird, odd looking fey hounds.
And do we have eyewitnesses who had seen the carriage itself? It might be easier to track if we know what it looks like, what type of carriage it is.
I mean, we quite forcefully had to see this carriage with this headless man riding the carriage, and seeing it riding away. I also believe that what's his name? The little rascal vampire, Fenian, decided to poke inside the carriage while it was in the middle of the fight, and then almost going away with it. So I'm pretty sure he got a look on the inside as well. Not sure it gave anything, however.
And when it left, which gate did it use? Did it use the main gate or any of the others?
I would like to know that as well.
From what we can tell, and the long and the short of it, it came in through the west gate in the lower city, raced up, and then moved through shadows up to the canopy.
The west gate.
And then it seems to have left the same way. I've asked Master Fenian to talk to our spy master, which is why he's not here, to see if anything of interest pops up.
And you say it was pulled by hounds, or just hounds were accompanying it?
They were just accompanying it, as far as
And
I know.
what was pulling it?
Was something pulling it?
Yeah, two ghostly white horses.
Well, two ghost horses. White.
Okay. Would I have any kind of knowledge or recollection of hearing of anything like this in my time as a monster hunter?
Give me a... Sorry. What would that be? I think it would be a nature check or arcana.
My choice?
Yes.
Ooh, okay, nature it is.
I would also describe the Fey hounds since they were different.
And that one, fantastic. Off to a good start.
Well, with the description of the Feyhounds, you know that they look like regular Feyhounds, but these were obviously corrupted. You're not sure what could cause that, and you're not sure why they would, like, Feyhounds are normally mischievous, but not hostile. You have no idea what the headless driver could be, or the carriage. It's like all of you would be familiar with the Dullahan, but the Dullahan ride horses on top of horses. The marshal turns to you, Cass, and you also got a pretty good look at the assailant, if I recall correctly. Jason?
Sorry, what?
The marshal is talking to Cass.
Okay, what did he ask? Sorry.
He said, you also got a decent look at this carriage and the hounds, did you not?
Oh, I got a fairly close look to them.
Anything you could add that we might have missed?
Sorry. Hounds made me irritable. When they howled, they angered me to the point where I was rooted to the spot.
Oh yes, I remember that as well. Sort of got this anger feeling.
The headless horseman seemed to be magical. Some form of strange attacks. I think he attempted to affect me with them, but to no success.
Sorry.
What was the magic attacks again? I forget.
So, the howling caused. Sorry. The howling of the. Nope. The howling of the hounds caused anger and frustration to build up. And the attacks of the headless man had a similar effect. And if I remember right, most of them actually dealt psychic damage.
Yes.
You also noticed that there was a wooden sound whenever he was hit by something.
Right, yeah. I also believe he was made of some form of wood. I didn't actually think he was a creature of flesh. I believe he was some form of plant that took the form of a headless horseman.
Ah.
Perhaps a scarecrow without a head.
Could I possibly do a separate roll to identify this particular creature? Because before I was trying to identify the carriage, and I rolled on that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Come on, something other than a nat one would be good.
Do you say the carriage moved through the shadows? As in, it teleported from one to one?
According to eyewitnesses on the lower, in the lower city, it completely ignored the passages up to the canopy, and as soon as it came into deep shadow, it just seemed to move from one place to another.
That's strange, because the hounds themselves were definitely not Shadowfell creatures. But you state that the carriage had some form of shadow magic. Do we know anything of the Shadow Courts be responsible for this?
We haven't had dealings with the Shadow Courts for centuries. They keep to themselves, we keep to ourselves.
Perhaps we should go and do some interrogations.
Also, I did catch one of the dogs.
Yes. It's being held by the Master of Hounds. It seemed to not appreciate being separated from the pack. With a 23, you, while trying to identify the carriage, did nothing. You have not tracked, but you have heard of a creature seemingly undead, maybe plant, that rides a carriage. It's called a Kotra Bower. And it is of Shadow Court. a shadow, one of the shadow courts.
Coacher Bauer, Bower.
Yeah. So, coach a Bauer.
Coach Bauer. Oh, okay.
One of the shadow courts.
Oh,
Yes.
and he's connected with the shadow courts. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to say, well, that that creature you describe, Gaz, it sounds a bit like Coacher Bauer. Those, and I kind of give the description as you just gave
Yep.
us, and I say, yeah, no, they are, as far as I know, connected to the shadow courts.
Anyone in particular? I know there are multiple shadow courts.
You're not
Or
entirely sure.
multiple. No, I'm not entirely sure.
No, you would need a
Okay.
25 to identify the court.
Okay.
So they're a member of one of the courts.
Yeah, I'm not too sure which court.
Well,
Have
at
we
least they have some
considered?
connection.
Cass?
I just thought we could release the hound and follow it from above.
Good idea.
Maybe it might take us.
May I suggest you do that after we have caught the other ones that are still wreaking havoc in the lower city? Caught or
Yes.
disposed of the other hounds.
There's other hounds. There's other hounds in the lower city, or
As far as we can tell, the one you caught and the ones you killed were half of the pack. The remaining 3 were let loose on the lower city. We believe that it was a means to distract us from the creature, Coach Bauer's escape.
so we're hound hunting.
My suggestion.
Are we meant to hunt down these, or are your people dealing with it?
I have already dispatched people to deal with the hounds. I was going to ask you to see if you can find any other leads for us. Maybe talk to witnesses, or to the people by the gate who apparently let through a major threat into the city.
Yeah, might want to interrogate them as well to see if there's any traitors.
Indeed. We haven't had a problem like this for the past 500 years.
We are dealing with Fae. They could have been coerced or corrupted via magical means. The traitor might not even know they're a traitor.
That is a good point. You raise a good. I do not have time to follow all these leads, which is why I asked for your help.
Well, let's head to the west gates, and if we see any hounds along the way, I'm sure we can take care of them.
That would be very
Sounds like a
kind.
plan. And if you see that vampire, tell him I'm getting silver bullets.
I shall let Master Fenian know. Once he's done with
Bloody
the...
coward left poor Umberil to fend for himself and hid in a carriage.
If that is the case, I will personally want to have a discussion with Master Fenian.
Yes, I would like that as well.
But hopefully there is some other excuse that he can come up with. Now, as much as I enjoy your company, yes,
Sorry, just quickly, is Master Fenian, is he an NPC or is he?
Ash's character.
That's
Oh, he's
Ash's.
Ash's character.
Yeah.
Okay.
He literally ran up and was like, "I'll protect you, my lord," or "love," or something like that. I think I don't know what was going on between them, but yeah. And then, as soon as the dog started chewing away on him, he was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna die," and he hit the couch.
Fantastic. Ah,
Would have
and
been.
would I know him as well? I presume. I
Yes.
would. Yeah.
All
so
of
I was-
you know each other, and
Okay.
you have known each other for a while, but you're not necessarily good friends with all of the people involved. But you know each other, and you know of each other.
I'll just roll my eyes and go, Fenian.
Tell
That
me
sounds
about
like
it.
him.
Yeah, he
One
does.
minute he's fawning over him, the next minute he's fleeing from him. This is very temperamental.
Wow.
And
I
if
But I'm so glad that you, Viper, has arrived to help us out. It's nice to finally have a man, and I stare at Betsy's character. A man who knows his stuff.
And what, by any means, do you mean by that?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't see your numbers making sense, since there's not a man here. At the moment, I see two men. To be fair,
I said capable.
maybe 2.5 men.
I'm
And I
so
glance to Michal.
I'm so glad that you finally come to your senses and count yourself as you are, half a man. Also, not human, in case your eyes are failing you.
Oh, no. I'm saying that you are half a man. Not human, but a man. The other half is just an old man.
So what while Clint's just like arguing with yeah, but arguing with him, I just kind of gesture at Viper and I put my, and I grab his arm. I'm like, "Hey, to the docks, my dear."
Yeah.
Or
Let's.
to the gate.
I don't mean to interrupt this this lovers' quarrel, but maybe we should go hunt these hounds, and well, get to the west gate. And I'll.
Yes, we should go before Clint starts fingering him.
Last time I checked, I was not into men, and definitely not old men. But I guess you wouldn't understand since you don't get any man anyway, Cass, do you? Unlike you, I actually was married once. I guess you're still dealing with figuring out your pubic hairs.
And
He's
this
just what, talking to himself right now.
Oh, I'm following.
Oh,
Oh God.
you see Mikan give Clint a hard stare before turning on his heel and walking into the keep.
I just
What-
say
what?
because of his.
Yeah.
That was a pun for his. on
Yeah.
his
Yes.
yeah.
And this is why this channel is 18 plus.
So as we're going along, I'm going to be looking for signs of the hounds.
Yep. Please give me a survival check Well, I swap you over to the lower city map.
I would like to listen out for them.
Give me a perception check then. Let's see if everyone can see this. Let me zoom out for the stream. Why is it so dark? Oh yes, because canopies. That's why it's so dark. I mean, sadly, I don't think I can say I'm the oldest one here anymore. I don't actually know. Yeah, with a 24 perception check and a 25 survival roll, you easily pick up the trail of the hounds. Now, Kaz, you can hear in the distance the howling of these hounds and the barking of dogs in reply. And you can also hear bickering between people living in the city. Almost as you hear the howling, you hear the response from another hound, you hear the barking of a dog, and then you hear angry words almost immediately following. And with that 24, you can tell that if you don't get those, if someone doesn't do anything about those dogs or hounds, this whole place is gonna erupt in commoners trying to kill each other. Viper, you find long gashes in the wooden walkways along the canopy, clearly from sharp claws digging in for purchase to gain more speed. You also find, even though it doesn't really leave any distinct marks, but you can tell that a heavy carriage have gone over these planks. Normally, like in mud or dirt, it would have left a very clear, distinct mark.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see, if I put you're basically not gonna be able to see your tokens. Oh wait, you can. That's weird. But let me place you on the map. So you would be by the west gate.
Oh. I can just see black. Is that normal? I can see the
No.
tokens, but not the map.
That is weird. Let me fix that.
Okay.
Might be a lighting issue if I do that.
Try zooming in and zooming out. I can see the map.
Yeah, I can't see the map. I've just got that little... Oh, there we go. You've done something there.
Yeah, if I moved the light bar so you can make the darkness more or less opaque if you use darkness. And I was just shoot, and then clicked save, and it fixed it. They're building dynamic lighting in above VTT. So you can tell, like, the carriage tracks go along the wooden walkways and then stop at a certain point. And then when you get down to the lower levels, you see them continuing. You can also see them coming from the west gate. And in an area of deep shadows, they seem to vanish. But that's not where they appeared. So from this, you could tell that it needs shadow to teleport. And there were no deep shadows in the canopy. So they would have to go down the slope or the staircase to get to the lower city.
Okay. I'll point that out to the others about how the tracks lead. You can see where there's no shadow. You can see the track marks, but then it looks like that's, as you say,
Yeah.
teleported between shadows.
Mm.
Definitely.
So they don't really
sounds
have
like
anything
shadow
to
realm.
track things with.
And the marks from the hounds, do we see which direction they ran off?
When they came down the same staircase as the carriage, well, I say staircase, it's more of a ramp, they seem to have gone off in 3 different directions. So one went north, one went southeast, and one went east. And that's also where, Cass, you can hear the sounds coming from those 3 different directions. From what Mikhan told you, it would make sense that they were sent that way to create a distraction.
So 3 separate directions.
Yeah.
Oh. 3 of us.
Normally, splitting up can be quite a bad idea. Especially if you run into trouble. In our line of business, trouble is our best friend. But this is a friend we don't want to hang out with at the moment.
Well, we have to do something quickly. So let's get moving.
So you
Where's the howls coming from?
so one is coming from the north, that towards
Falls?
Yeah. And you know that the falls is a not exactly a slum area, but it's very low income. Most people who don't have a steady job in the city itself live in the falls or by the north gate. And so what you know of the city is that the falls and north gate are where most people live. The trunk is the merchant district, so stores and wealthy merchants. Castle Downs is where rich people who don't want to live in a canopy live. And you have the harbor district where no one really lives in the harbor district. It's mostly transients and sailors who stay there.
Well, perhaps we should head to the north. It's got the most people, more innocence.
Yes, and whilst we're there, we can stop off at Clint's house. Well, shit, that's not.
Yeah. Let's go.
We're stopping by my house.
He didn't get the check, never mind.
I mean,
Because it's the slums.
I know a lot
Yep.
of those people.
he would prefer the slums, so it is actually there. I guess.
It takes you about 20 minutes to get from the west gate all the way up to the trunk of the hawthorn tree that is the center of the falls. As you get there, you hear the howling again, and you hear a response from further east. And then you hear the clanging of something heavy and wooden hitting one of the brick walls of a house nearby. Roughly at the same...
I
Sorry?
take? Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I'd take to the. I'd like to take to the rooftops.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, you can do
Being
that.
a sniper and all.
Yep. The roofs to the eastern side are fairly connected. To the western side, it's not really that easy. But yeah, moving along the eastern side is not really a problem if you want to move along the rooftops.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same as well because I'm also got my sort of primary weapon is a crossbow.
Yeesh. Clint, what would you like to do?
I guess I would walk on the ground.
Yep. So
Kind of taking the attention to me.
okay, so in the center of this neighborhood is a 20-foot in diameter tree trunk that's growing straight out, blocking vision. So let me see if I can actually do that. So it's let's do like so. But you can hear on the other side the like you can clearly hear the howling and snarling of a big hound. Clint and Cass, you would recognize the sounds.
Yep.
And you once again hear that sound of something heavy hitting a brick wall with a lot of force.
Can I see?
Not from where you're standing right now. You would have to get around the tree trunk.
On which side did you say?
It's like almost exactly across from you right now.
I like over there.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can hear it from the other side of the tree trunk, but you can't see it.
Right. I'm gonna walk over here.
While he's doing
Just
that,
look around the corner.
can we keep moving along the rooftops? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
this way? Okay.
If you want to sneak, please give me a stealth check.
Yeah, let's be sneaky. I'll kind of look to Kaz and go, like point to the right, and point to the rooftops.
Funnily enough, that's quite a bad roll for me, but thank God for my plus 13.
Yes. So both of you are very, very stealthy. You more than enough clear the. You can tell that the hound is very distracted of what the hell is going on, what it's doing. And Clint, are you sneaking up on it, or are you just walking up?
I'm walking and I'm kinda intentionally taking heavier steps to make it more loud.
Okay. So, all three of you, as you round the tree trunk, Cass and Viper on the rooftops and Clint on the ground on the other side, see this really, really big, completely white hound. Its the tips of its ears are red, and so is its maw and its teeth, and its eyes look like black voids. It is currently harassing a large person. Let me grab my notes on that. Swinging a rolling pin, trying to hit it with it. The person itself is nearly 6 foot tall.
I would just kind of walk up. And I say, "Bad dog, get down." And I kind of just throw 3 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. That close, you can tell that this person is wearing a blue linen dress, absolutely covered in flour. It looks pale blue, but you would probably say it's bluish.
Yep.
And yeah, is swinging this rolling pin at the dog. And you can. Sorry.
Sorry, I can't see the token of the dog. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I can see it like a square, but I don't know, that's weird.
I can use my inspiration for the last one.
Yep. Yep.
So,
all of the 3 of those hit.
20, 21, 21. Numero uno. 13 damage.
Yush.
15 damage. And 10 damage.
You can clearly tell that
As
you
he-
got the hound's attention.
Yeah, basically I'll just do this. And then just fire off 3 in one go.
Nice. Yeah, you clearly have the hound's attention. It's undivided attention. And it turns to you and snarls, giving off.
I'd like to.
Sorry?
Yeah. I was just gonna say I'm gonna shoot it too if we're attacking it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would
Just
also
not-
say sit.
I'll nod at Clint and then just lift up my sniper rifle.
Yes, yes. While you're loading up, you see the dog just turn around quickly and bark one loud, deep growling bark at Clint. And I need you to make me a wisdom save.
The wisdom save.
Do you see that viper?
Yeah.
F1.
Every time you hurt it, they bark at you, and it does something weird to them. To you.
Screwed. Let me. roll.
Strange magic.
I wonder if it's has to be heard. If we cover our ears. I pull out like a little bit of cloth from my
Yes.
bag and like just rip a bit, hand it to Kaz and like take another, rip it again and put 2 pieces and shove them in my ears.
Nice. Clint, you take 24 psychic damage.
Ouch.
And you feel that same frustration start building again. You are now extremely focused on killing this hound. Nothing
I just
else.
take out like a pair of earplugs and put them because she's got a sniper, so she's used to it. You have to wear black because it kills your ears.
I'm gonna
Right.
assume I don't have my bless up anymore, so
No, that has
Oh, no.
passed a while back.
yeah.
What's our attacks? Will they be at advantage, or does the dog know we're there?
Actually, before we do start shooting, I'm just going to use my hunter's sense, which do you want me to? I wonder, can I? Anyway, so I gain the ability to look at a creature and determine how best to hurt it, essentially.
Okay.
So I'll immediately learn whether the creature has any damage, immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities, and what they are.
Okay. Doesn't seem to have any immunities or vulnerabilities. It seems to have... What did it say? It seems to have resistance to cold and necrotic,
Okay.
which is not common for a Feyhound.
I'll kind of whisper that to Kaz before he takes the shot. I'm like,
Yes, it got very cold when they arrived. All the butterflies went limp.
well. So if you have any cold damage type attacks, I would suggest not using them.
I just held up my rifle and smile. Yep.
And yes, you were, since you are still hidden from this hound, you would have advantage on the first attack. Well, until Cass fires. So if you want to fire, do that beforehand, because sound.
Yeah.
I mean, a 23 will hit, but you
I do gesture before I shoot, so he can shoot at the same time.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. So you're like...
Yeah.
All right.
Advantage.
Oh, an advantage.
Yeah,
Sorry,
roll
can
once.
we roll
No, no.
again? That's better.
Yep, both of you hit.
Cool. For damage.
I might have rolled that twice by accident. Did I roll that twice?
What?
No, I don't think I did. Oh, yeah, I did. I rolled sneak attack twice by accident.
I can't see your first roll, which is weird. Let me check the game log here.
14.
Yeah,
Nope.
man seems to be
Uh,
freaking out.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I can't see your first damage roll at all. And the sneak attack
My
is
first
going haywire.
damn. Yeah, right. Oh shit! It did go haywire. I'll just roll damage again then.
If you can see it, just call it out. I can't see it at all.
I can't. I can't.
Okay.
I'm
So,
sorry, carry on.
did that?
There we go. 14.
I rolled sneak attack with it. What did it roll sneak attack with?
Well, your first sneak attack was 11, which is better than 8.
Well, I can't even see my first one, but yeah, I'll go with 11 plus 14.
Ish. And 14.
So yeah, for mine, it's 14 is the initial damage, but then I can choose because I have a dragon wing heavy crossbow. I can choose then a 1d6 in whichever kind of damage I want.
Okay.
Like whether it be fire or whatever, necrotic.
Yep.
So I'm gonna choose fire actually, just because I kind of have a hunch, you know, that if they like the cold, then they might not like the heat. So 1d6 of fire damage.
Yep.
Where are we? Oh. There it is. Okay. Yeah, for an extra 5.
Nice. So, yeah, both of your hits land almost at the same time. Cass's is a little bit faster because bullet. And you see the hound, like you hear it snarl, and then it whips around and stares straight up at you, and it just keeps snarling, crouched down, and you can see those, like where eyes would normally be on a dog, it's just 2 black voids.
Told you they were fucking tough.
Wow, that's an ugly pooch.
So let's see. It is its turn, and I need to. It's gonna. try to attack Clint because it can't get up to where you're at, but the bite misses.
Right.
I mean, unless a 9 hits.
No.
The claws, on the other hand, hit. Because a 23 should hit. And it does... Where are you? Well, shite damage. But another 14 pierce or slashing damage.
14. Alright. Hellish Rebuke.
Nice. That is...
Which I will cast at 3rd level.
Oof. Okay. Hellish Rebuke, what save is that?
Dex save.
Dex. 16.
Why is your health so low?
Because you didn't get
I still haven't healed up.
You didn't get a rest between.
Oh. Oh.
So it takes 17 fire damage.
Yes. You can see
It
that.
needs to be the 19.
Okay. So yeah, I rolled a 16. It is looking really worse for wear right now, and then
Ignore that damage roll.
okay, and you see the person standing there. Let me actually grab. My brain just short-circuited. Let me grab a token for her.
How did this woman survive? Such a huge hound.
She's basically been hitting it over the head with a rolling pin.
She's tough. She should join our
If-
tribe.
Yeah. I have a feeling she's not like a regular woman, from the way Adnan has been describing her. I feel she's probably like a troll or a giant or something.
There you go. She's going to try and, well, seeing as you got the hound distracted, she's going to try to get away because bad doggy.
She's a civilian.
Yeah. She's going to run around this corner, hunched down a bit, which looks kind of ridiculous, considering that she's almost 6 feet tall. And we are back at Clint. Now this hound is in melee range now.
I don't really have any melee things, do I? I will cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
It needs to make a dex save, 17.
No, it fails.
So it takes 14 radiant damage.
Oof. Yeah, it didn't like that at all. It's looking really worse for wear now.
Also, action. I'll use Second Wind as my bonus action.
Okay.
To heal for 9.
Nice.
And that will be my turn.
Cass and Viper. You're no longer hidden, so you don't get advantage.
Still go sneak attack there, so I'm going to attack twice.
Yep.
Because I can attack twice. So 29 and a 24.
Yep, those hit. Nice.
Yeah, that's with sneak attack. Why is it doing it with sneak attack?
I think it rolls that out automatically.
Yeah.
Okay, but
It's a,
with my
it's a
attack,
setting and something.
can I stop it from doing that?
I have no idea. Just
I don't
ignore
remember
this.
how, but you can.
Yeah,
I just don't remember how.
yeah, same. Just ignore the lower one for the second shot.
Okay.
It's looking really rough right now. And
So 15, the next.
Yep.
Damage.
with that last, it is, you can see it shaking as it's trying to stand up, and I need you to make me a wisdom save. As it once again barks at you, Kaz. You have it with advantage though, because earplugs.
Hey.
Oh, thank God I have an advantage.
Yeah, the nat ones are rolling out today.
Doesn't matter now because I got a 10.
See, I'm going to. You take 19 psychic damage, and you once again get that feeling that you really, really need to kill this hound. You hate this hound. Viper. The dog is barely standing.
Yeah. I'll try and finish it off.
Yep.
Yeah, 16.
That will hit.
Or 12 plus 1d6 again. And another 5. Okay, so 17 damage.
How do you want to do it?
So yeah, I'll just kind of take aim carefully along my crossbow and shoot it sort of because it's facing. Who's it facing now?
It's
Or is it
facing Cass, so it's looking
okay,
at
in
you.
that case, yeah. The crossbow bolt will sort of just go right between the eyes, sort of in the forehead, piercing the brain.
Yep. The hound collapses on the ground, and you get that very pleasant scent of burnt fur.
You all right? Kind of tap Cass on the shoulder.
It gave me a headache. I didn't do that last time. I don't remember that.
Are we out of
Yep.
combat now? I'm gonna jump down and go up to Clint and say, do you have any health potions?
I do. I could just use some magic, I guess. And I kind of look at Cass. And I will use... where is it? Where is it? I'll use Healing Light.
Okay.
You
Let's see. 16.
That's a
Alright,
token.
I'll start with using 2 stacks. So Cass, you heal for 10. And I'll also throw in a second level Cure Wounds as well. So you heal for another 15.
Nice.
Vincent, do you need any healing? Are you fine?
I'm fine. But you still look a little bit rough. You sure you don't want a potion? I've got a potion.
Oh, right. I should probably heal myself.
I'll just hand him a potion of greater healing. Take this.
Oh no, I have potions. It's fine. It's fine. I just want to save them for a real emergency. I will cast Cure Wounds on myself. Second level as well. I also heal for 15.
Oh, with your fancy words and your fancy magics, you must be from the upstairs, aren't you?
Is this the same lady, or is this a different lady?
This is the same lady. She's now walking up to Kaz, and you can tell that she's tall, very tall, and her blue dress is indeed covered in flour. She's wearing a white apron that has seen better days, and her green hair also has streaks of flour in it. She has a dark green bark-like skin, and the reason why her dress looked a bit funky walking away when she was running away is because her back is like along her back falls a set of sheer wings.
Clint kind of walks up and just do this, milady.
Good sir, I must say your daring rescue of my person came very handy. That dog. Well, if I had thought they'd been such a nuisance, I would have said something when they first showed up.
Yeah, these are not normal hounds, sadly.
You saw them when they first appeared? Did they appear at the gates?
Why, yes. Well, I was down by the gates delivering some breads and pastries for the guards down there in the barracks. And, well, this cold just came over, and then the carriage came running by with these dogs running ahead of it, and I didn't think much of it. You know, the Lord has a lot of strange guests coming and going. And
Tell me about it.
Did the guards do anything about it, or did they just let them through?
the guards looked confused and cold, as if winter had come early.
But they didn't fight it off.
No. One of them tried to get out and stop the carriage and nearly got run over.
And what about the others?
It was strange. It was very strange, sir. Of the three that were in the barracks at the time, only the one tried to stop the carriage. The other two just stood there as if they were frozen in place.
Out of fear, or intentionally just staying behind?
Oh, it wasn't no fear, sir. It wasn't no fear. But I don't think they made a choice either.
Did they seem angry?
Why, yes, ma'am. Yes, they did. They seemed like they were shaken so bad with anger they couldn't move.
It's the same thing that happened to me. They must have just frozen the guards.
Yeah, that's not a good thing, I guess.
Well, that answers that question.
Well, at least they didn't commit any treason, at least, so that's good.
Treason, sir? No, I know these guards. They wouldn't do anything to upset the Lord. Well, not intentionally.
That's good. That's good. We're sort of investigating this event, if we can call it such. And
Oh, if
we're
you're
trying to figure out where they came from and where they left, and if there's anyone else involved.
Oh, right. Oh, no, well, they came from the west. As far as I can tell, they came from the west. Oh, no, I wonder if the carnival is fine.
What carnival are we talking about?
Oh, well, I haven't been there myself, but a friend of mine, he went out to the forest, and there's a carnival there of sorts. They're having a little bit of issue. As far as I know, they've been there a couple of days and haven't put on a show.
This carnival, is it outside of the city?
Yes, about an hour's walk. If you're the kind of folk who have to walk, I'd say about 10 minutes with a fast horse or a carriage or cart or something.
Does this carnival sound familiar?
There are a lot of people traveling back and forth around the city, being the capital of this realm. Since it's been there a couple of days, I'd say you've heard of it, but I'm not sure if you've had the time to go there yourself.
I just think, is it a physical carnival or is it? Let's
It
call
could be
it.
a front.
Um,
If they haven't had a
out of
show,
pocket.
Well, we better not sit here and there's more hounds like this one running around. We can always go look at the carnival after.
All right. No, as far as I know, it's an actual physical one. It's just that the main attraction seems to be down. Oh, she seems, as far as I can, well, from what my friend told me, he said that it seems that the main attraction has, she's lost her voice.
The singer?
As in a random cold, or is it?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I haven't talked to him myself. I don't really have any business out there. But I'm sure the workers there could tell you. If you feel that it's necessary. I would imagine that fine folks like you don't really have any reasons to go talk to carnival workers when there's a threat to the city going on.
Depends if the
Oh.
threat of the city leads in that direction, or come in that direction. So we might
If
have to
they're near the
investigate this.
city. Yes, if they're near the city, we should check up on them and make sure they're okay. After all, the carriage came from there.
They may have.
We attend to
needs.
all of Umbrella's servants. Not servants. What's the word? Subjects. And then I'll look at the baker girl, and I give her like a gold coin.
Oh,
I
that
say, do you have any jam-filled donuts?
for you and for this, any day. Let me go check if I have any already made. Otherwise, I can just send you a bag.
I thought I recognized her.
Oh, she's the baker from the one that goes all. There's magical cakes that wild magic cakes.
All right. Kaz, maybe you should just have her send you the bag. There are people who are in danger.
This
We
is
can't
how
wait
we
around.
work. I have been working all day, all of yesterday. Just just one donut. She'll be 10 seconds, and then we'll go find the other dog and we'll shoot it.
The
One.
the baker disappears into the shop or her bakery, which is just on the tip of this landmass right here. And she comes back out and oh, you well, I do have a couple of jam-filled donuts. I also found this here bag someone left. If you would be so kind as to maybe return it to or find whoever it belongs to. And she holds out like a duffel bag. And
of course, I'll take it.
it clinks loudly as you take it. And then she hands over a paper bag that smells heavily of sugar and strawberry jam.
Oh,
Would I know of these donuts since I'm kind of dealing with security? I'm pretty sure I would have some sort of insight.
She looks at you and says, "Oh no, oh, did you want the special donuts?"
Don't
We don't
tell
have
her
time
about
for
the
this.
special donuts, please. She's gonna be stuck with those forever.
Oh, you should biting it.
Actually, you should actually try one, Cass. You might actually fall in love with them.
A special donut? You have like special ones? Oh, bring me one.
Oh, well, sometimes at Lorna Umaril's request, I add some fairy dust into the batter, and fun things happen.
I can highly recommend it.
Sure, why not? It's been a stressful day.
If you give me a moment.
Sorry, Clint. 1 second, Clint. I know you. Oh, Viper, 1 second, Viper. Seriously, we'll be there in seconds.
She disappears again, and then she comes back out. She's holding a not a donut, but it looks like a pie, like a hand-sized pie with an intricate pattern along the top. And she's also holding out what looks like freshly made sandwiches for Clint and Viper. Just, well, since one of you are already eating, I felt it would be rude to not offer you or something. Don't worry, there's no fairy dust in these.
Much appreciated, milady.
Oh,
Viper's just gonna take a nod. Thanks.
okay.
Before we leave, do you have anything else you might want to add to your testimony, if you will? Anything else you saw, you might have heard, seen, smelled?
Well, aside from it being very cold and the guards being very weird, I can't really say. Oh, and the dogs being very scary. I've never seen dogs like this before. Well, I have seen fey hounds, obviously, but not fey hounds like these.
All right.
You know,
And
there's
what was
probably
your... no, go on.
you know there's probably people somewhere in this city having their faces ripped off as we're having lunch with this baker.
If they are, I'll just simply resurrect them. It's no biggie.
Well, I did see other guards heading all over the place. Well, it makes sense they would not go to us first.
Oh, well, don't be so dramatic, Viper.
So-
just kind of just walking away. It's just gonna. Can I get over this area to get to this area?
It is a drop down that is about 15 feet. You can try to slide down, but I need you to make a dex save if you do.
I just click my boots together and run
Yep.
across that rooftop.
Yep, you can absolutely do that.
So, as I run, platforms appear underneath my feet, underneath my kind of high heeled or platform heels.
Yep.
And I just run a mini platforms and I end up on the roof. They're boots of flight, basically, Looper. But it looks like she's running on mini platforms. Like transparent purple little platforms appear beneath her feet as she's kind of running up the air.
Let me grab that and put that here. As you run across the rooftop, you see another one of those hounds. Like around it, you see a bunch of dead birds, and it's currently trying to claw its way into a residence.
Well, it seems she's run off again, Nick. I mean, Clint, sorry.
I guess we'll have to follow. So she doesn't get into any trouble, especially with that marvelous pie of yours. You never know what could happen.
That is very true. You never know. You probably should eat that in a safe location.
I believe so too. Well, we should take a leave, my lady. What was your name again? In case I need to contact you again.
Well, my name's Torinor, but people just call me Tori.
Torinor. All right.
Or you could just say the baker up at the falls.
Well, I would like to be a gentleman and address you by your name. So,
That's
Torinor or Tori?
yes.
All right. I will bid you adieu, Lady Tori.
I'm no lady, but thank you. Thank you.
All right. See you later, sweet cheeks. And
Oh!
Just gonna onto the
She blushes and just oh, and then you see her wings ripple a little bit as she walks inside. Like,
I don't see him. Clint, how are you at climbing?
I don't do climbing, and I kick my boots.
What do you? Can you fly or something?
I have boost of flying as well.
Oh god, alright. Okay, so I'm just gonna scramble along the rooftops. I haven't had my shopping spree yet. And I'm gonna try and sort of scramble onto this one somehow, jump across.
Yeah. You would basically slide down the hillside, land
Okay.
behind this house, and then clamber up. And I need you to make a dex save as you slide down the hills. Unless you just want to scoot down.
Oh, dex save, why not? Dex. Let's use it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have no problems. Just slide and then basically using that momentum you get to get almost all the way up to the roof.
Okay. Cool. And I'm just gonna jump onto the other roof, and yeah, join the others.
Yep, you can see the other hound surrounded by dead birds. It is now about 25 feet away from Cass, and it is tearing at that door as if its life depended on it, trying to break in.
Alright, put your earplugs in. I'm gonna whisper to Clint.
I am used to it, sadly.
Okay, and put my little bits of cloth back in my ears. And I'm gonna stand next to Cass on this side so I can get a better angle. Same again.
One sec. I gotta get this powdered sugar off my clothes, off my fingers. I don't want to get the sugar sticky. Okay, I'm ready. And she's like, and she puts the powdered the bag of like donuts and the pie in a backpack. Right, what? All in a day's work?
Okay, on 3, we nail this thing.
One.
3.
Yeah, sure, roll attack. It hasn't noticed you yet.
Yay. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna use favored by the gods.
Okay.
The surprise attack fits. Just roll again.
No,
Oh yeah,
Alright.
you would get advantage on it.
It's a surprise attack.
oh,
The dog doesn't know we're there.
true. In that case, I'll just
So I mean,
roll again.
if Cass and Viper want to crit fish, you can.
I've already.
as well.
Okay.
I've
I'll
already
just
rolled.
roll 3 more.
What, so you want us to attack again?
Since you have surprise, you have advantage.
Okay.
So you can crit fish if you want.
22.
I already rolled with advantage, so.
I'm gonna use.
I got exactly the same number.
I'm gonna use favor by the gods on the 13, as I got 13 twice on that roll.
Okay.
And let's see. Oh,
I mean, you needed a 14.
15.
You needed a 14.
Perfect.
So
So
15 will hit.
then.
All of your hits are going to land on this thing. Or all of your attacks are going to land on this thing. Poor dog.
So can we roll damage?
Yeah.
Alright.
I did 23.
Yep.
I did 38.
I did... Where's mine? What's my damage?
13.
10, 13.
Oh wait, I'm an assassin. So
Good for you.
Oh yeah, you would have gotten an advantage anyway. Because the dog hasn't done its thing.
Not only that, but every attack he hits on a surprise
Yeah.
attack is crit.
yeah, my surprise attacks are a crit, so let me roll as a crit for the. Sorry.
No, just roll a... Yeah. Just roll another attack, basically.
I rolled. Yeah, that was a crit. Not for sneak attack though. Sorry.
Just roll another
Let me just-
3d6.
So yeah, that's not an 8. That's not a 4d10 no. So that's just an 8 plus a 2, so that's a 10 on the first damage, and then it's a 16. So that's 26. Plus 11.
37.
No, other than that, 22. Well, I actually got 22 damage. Okay, 16. Add on to 22 is 38. Add 11
49.
is 49.
Yep.
So I did 49 damage.
Are you taking your extra attack at this point? For the surprise attack?
No.
That's my surprise attack. I crit on all my surprise attacks because I'm assassin.
But I mean, how many times did you shoot though?
Once. So
Just once?
yes,
Oh,
I did
Jesus.
49 damage with one shot. Because
Yeah.
assassins, woo!
So basically what happens is because you guys did more damage than it had his points in your first attack.
He explodes.
It just tears through this hound. And you can see the crossbow bolt just lodging itself into the bench outside the door. Cass, your bullet just rips through this hound's head, and Clint, your eldritch blasts just rocket the dog's limp body into the door.
So basically, Cass just kills her. These two are just like repeatedly smashing into.
Let me say, it had 95 hit points.
Jesus.
Okay.
If my math is correct, you did 98 in your first attack.
I might multiclass into Rogue Assassin. Because I realize Eldritch Blast also works with this.
Yes, it does. And you just hear a very heated domestic dispute on the other side of that door. And it slowly fades away as the effects of the hound's presence fades. And it goes from like shouting match to quiet words. You can't really tell what's happening, like what's being said, and then it's just calm. The door looks like it's gonna need a carpenter. And there are about 12 dead birds laying on the ground outside it.
What
When you
kind
say-
of birds?
Yeah.
Hmm?
What, like
Is it like
pigeons?
chicken? Is it chickens?
It's gonna be chickens.
Ravens?
Weird ass fair chickens.
Ostriches?
No, it looks like a couple of sparrows, a few finches, like wild birds, tiny wild birds that just live in the city. And the dog has seemingly just killed them. Not for food, just killed them.
How did it catch them?
Unless they've frozen them with its back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Stunned birds would
Right.
crash.
Oh no, those poor birds. And then you hear a ruffle of paper as I start eating another jam dinner. Did you get one?
You're not going to be able to fit into those tights of yours soon.
Excuse me, I am an elf, darling. I can eat what I want. Not some vagrant human. This is usually Cass's appetite, by the way. She eats so much that she never gets fat.
Oh, I wish I could have that.
So,
As you're currently enjoying a little bit of a rest up on the rooftop, you hear the clanking of chainmail as guards are converging on location. And listening closely, you can no longer hear the howling from the third dog. Doesn't
So
mean
the guards dealt with that one.
Hmm? Yeah.
The guards dealt with that one? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as the guards come clanking down the street, I'm just sitting on the edge of the rooftop, kicking my legs in a childish manner, and I just start clapping and I go, "Yay! Well done! You're finally here!"
The leader of the group, a Eladrin woman, a spring Eladrin woman, looks up at you, Cass, and is. Well, not all of us are as efficient as the Lord's chosen.
See what I mean? This is what I deal with, Cass.
Oh, I am so sorry, sir.
You probably should be, you should probably practice on your efficiency rather than complaining about others being more efficient than you.
Of
So-
course, yes.
In this case, I would like to forgive you should you have any important information to share. Otherwise, we'll have some punishment just for heck of it.
Right. We learned that the hounds, when they bark, well, they cause an intense sensation of hatred.
Skip. Next.
Right. We've also learned that they can bite through metal.
Alright,
Okay.
anything else?
Well, you seem to know. We also have 2 people down thanks to the claws of one of them.
I guess I need to resurrect them or revive them.
Oh no, they are in the infirmary. They're just knocked out.
Ah, okay. Cool.
At least they weren't dumb enough to try to keep fighting once they went down.
So, anything else you have to add? Something useful?
Well, no, that's all we've.
Have you dealt with the third one, darling?
Yes, the third one. Oh,
yeah.
there were 3 of them. Okay, right. Yes, no, we have dealt with one.
Well, there's one. And I point to the one that's obliterated by the door.
Oh, right.
And you'll find another one dead. up
Near
by
the
bakery.
bakery.
Oh yes, we should probably take care of that one. Wouldn't want the customers of the
Oh,
bakery be put
And-
We've
off.
killed one. That's quite impressive. I think you can let her off, Clinton.
I mean, I I am in charge of them, so if they couldn't kill it, I would be highly disappointed. So,
Well, I'll tell you what. They can be useful for one last thing. We've got a lead to chase, so you can inform name Mishan the following. Tell him that we've learned that the carriage is
That's the carnival.
past the carnival, and that's where we're headed. It seemed that it used magic to confuse and confuse the guards. That's how it got in, and it kind of teleported between the shadows.
Absolutely.
So where there's shadows, it can teleport. Where there are no shadows, it can't. So perhaps it might be worthwhile putting extra lanterns up around the city, just in case further attacks come.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Well, I'll make sure the marshal finds this out. Yes. I'm sorry to have disappointed you. Last name.
Farrell?
Yes, Master Farrow. I'm very disappointed. We're very disappointed in having disappointed you. I'm so sorry. I am very confuddled right now. That it's not every day you get attacked by your own soldiers, because they seemingly hate you out of nowhere.
Indeed. So, report what my friend here just said.
Will do.
And when you have done that, I would like all of you to do 100 laps around the tree, 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 sit-ups, and
Jesus.
probably 1,000 pull-ups as well, and 1,000 squats.
Would this include the wounded as well?
God.
Of course,
Once
after
they are
the...
healed,
Yes.
once they are healed, they can do half of that
Right.
now, and then they can do 1,000 more when they are fully recovered.
Right you are, sir. Yes. I shall make sure this is taken care of.
What's the elven guy's name again?
Mishan?
Mishan.
Yeah.
And don't
Marshal.
forget to tell Mishan that Clint misses him and loves him dearly. And then I get up and I off to a carnival.
Alright. You're gonna play that game, huh? Okay, cool.
The the Eladrin
Jump up
woman
the rope.
gives you a salute and then walks off, and you can see like the back of her chainmail is like all crumpled from what you would assume is someone taking a battle axe to her back.
Oh, so the guards have been fighting each other as well.
Yeah.
I'll look at Clint and go, you were too harsh on them.
No. This is when you need to be hard. However, I do heal that one.
Yep.
With healing word
Nice.
maximum as well, so 10.
Nice. Yeah, she stands up a little bit straight and just... Oh, okay.
Be more careful next time, and don't tell Mishan that I miss him, because I certainly do not.
Right you are,
If you
sir.
do, you can double your punishment by 10.
Oh, right you are, sir.
Also, I'll cast darkness on. I cast darkness on Castleine.
You're so immature. And then you just hear like munching of a donut in the darkness. Just
And On that,
And then she goes, oh no, this is the pie.
okay. So Vitz just rolled on the table. So let me see what that gives you. 3602. Now I have this handy little thing with 10,000 entries in it. So 3, 6,
10,000 effects. Now I wonder what you get.
Ooh.
3602. Oh, that's gonna be fun, but you're not gonna find it out right now.
Cool.
No. I'm really curious.
And yes, on that crunching sound, we are going to be leaving this session.